Hey, what's up? I'm Danielle Gray with Mixed Fitness Arts, and right now we're gonna be doing our 30-minute bodyweight workout. So what we've got is a quick warm-up just to get your body flowing, get your heart rate up. Then we'll go into two different circuits. The first circuit is a 40-second on, 20-second off, and then the second circuit is a 50-second on, 10-second off, and then we'll stretch at the end. Everyone's favorite time, stretchy time. So without further ado, let's get into this. We're gonna start with some world's greatest with a push-up. So you're gonna walk all the way out into a plank. When you hit that plank, you can either stay on your feet or you can go to your knees. Give me a push-up. Then bring one leg to the outside of your hand, open and twist. You might get some cracks and pops. Enjoy them, walk it back in, and then roll it back up. We're gonna go to the other side now. Walk it out, give me a push-up, and then bring that other leg to the outside, and then twist and open. We're doing this for a minute, so take your time. If you do one each side, that's fine. If you wanna go faster than me, it's good. If you wanna go slower than me, this is your warm-up, not an exercise. All right? Make sure you're getting full range of motion on your push-up. Bring the leg to the outside and twist. Take your time, start to practice your breathing. You're gonna need it for this workout. Last one, walk it out. Give me that push-up. Twist, and then take your time, walking all the way back in. The next thing that we're doing are around the world lunges. So you're gonna start in the middle of your mat, give me a forward lunge, give me a lateral lunge, and then a reverse lunge. Then go to the other side. If this is a little bit too much for you, you can hold on to something for stability, or you can just go as deep as you can. So if you're here, that's fine. If you wanna challenge yourself, go a little deeper and see what you're capable of. Breathe, we're here for 1 full minute. Take your time, pace yourself. And I am a trainer who really likes you to focus on your form. I don't care how many you do, I want it to be done properly. We've got about 10 more seconds left here, so try to see if you can get even on each side. Push it back, and then we'll go into our stretching to make sure our joints are ready for what we're doing today. So we're gonna go down to our knees and we're gonna stretch our wrists. So as if you're holding a tray of some sort, you're gonna put the top of your hands, well, your palms, down on the floor. You're gonna peel your wrists off and pedal back and forth. From here, flip the top of the hands over. You can rock side to side. You can start to pedal here as well. And then wrists together, fingers out. Give me some circles each direction. Get full range of motion because you never know how you're gonna put your hand down somewhere. Shake it out. Then we're gonna go into our ankles. So from here, you're gonna put the ball of your foot down, roll your ankle. You might get some cracks and pops through your toes, through your ankles. We don't wanna crunch our toes, we're trying to roll the ankle. Then go ahead to the other side. It's better to get all of these little cracks and pops out now under control versus if you're jumping and you have like 3 times your body weight coming down on it. All right, from there, we're gonna stretch our hips. So we're gonna go into a 90-degree lunge, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your back glute, and rock forward and backwards. Opening up our hips, engaging our glutes so that we are ready for our circuits. Then let's try other side. Leg in front, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the back glute, rock forward and back. Keep the ribs pulled in. If you want extra, bring your chin down to your chest. Beautiful. Then for glutes, we're gonna go ahead and take a seat. You can do this sitting on a chair as well or standing. Cross a leg over, flex the foot to protect the knee joint. Then from here, press that knee away from your body, flatten your back, and rock side to side. 3 to 5 breaths here, or repetitions, and then go to the other side. And then we'll be ready to start our first circuit. Our first circuit has 4 different exercises, and we're gonna be doing 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. All right? The last thing we'll do for our shoulders, chest, and spine, we're gonna lie down on our back. We're gonna have our arms out to the side. We're gonna bend our right knee. Our right foot is on our left knee. Then we're going to tilt to the left. Rights and lefts are very challenging when you're lying down or upside down. You're gonna press that right knee down and reach the right arm away from your body. and then switch to the other side. Left toe to right knee, left knee down, left arm reaches out. All right, beautiful. Now we're ready to get into our first circuit. And that's a challenge too, standing up from the floor without using your hands. That's your challenge for today, and I want you to let me know if you get it. So we're gonna do lateral lunge pushaways, and since this is 4 exercises, but we have a right and a left, we're gonna do right side, and then we're gonna do left side. So you're gonna go into a lateral lunge, and you're gonna push away and catch in that bend. So the standing leg stays straight, you're catching with a bent leg, and then we'll go to the other side, all right? Next one will be in a forearm plank, and then you're gonna press up to a high plank. Then it'll be scoop push-ups. You're gonna be in a regular plank, and you're gonna be all fancy mermaid-like, okay? Practice your body waves. And then the last thing will be reverse lunges with a skip, okay? So let's get started. Here we go, 40 seconds on, to the side, and press away. Push the hips back as you are doing your lunge. I don't want your chest to come down here. I want you thinking chest flat, nice and forward. If you need help with your arms, you can think elbows up to help you push. We've got about 10 more seconds here. And I want you to land nice and soft, nice and gentle. Feel the load, push away. We're doing 2 sets, all right? For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Leg comes out, push away. Now, as you push away, try to get that leg fully straight, toe pointed, and focus on your form. You absolutely do not have to go as fast as I'm going. If the push away is giving you a little challenge, then just stay here, come back up. Push it down, come back up, all right? This workout, this entire workout, can be done by any level if you do the proper modifications or progressions. You want to challenge yourself, okay? You're doing great here. Keep breathing. Got about another 10 seconds. Breathe and catch your breath. Try to keep that heart rate down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 20 seconds off here. We're gonna go into those forearm press-ups. So you're gonna transition down to the floor and do your best. I want you to keep your fingers spread to help you push, all right? So here we go, and pushing up to a high plank, keeping your core tight. Do as many as you can on your feet. If you're like, Danielle, this is absolutely not happening, I don't know what kind of athlete you think I am, then go down to your knees, all right? And try it here. What I don't want is your butt to be up in the air. We're not just pressing here, we're thinking bottom tucked under, nice, solid plank. We're working on our triceps, the elbows are going down, forearms are staying parallel, and then you're pressing up. Focus on that form again. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Breathe. All right, scoop push-ups. I'm gonna give you a little demonstration before we start. Okay, so you're gonna be kind of in a down dog to start, and then you're gonna bend, and then you're gonna scoop your chin, your chest, your stomach, your hips, and then you're gonna try to push all the way back in that same order. It's gonna feel hard, but the better you get and the stronger you get at it, the easier it'll be. All right, here we go, 40 seconds, begin. If you only do 2, totally fine, as long as they look wonderful. Bend, arch, scoop, press it all the way back, hips go up. Beautiful, nice and smooth, and breathe. If this is not possible for you as well at this point in time, then what I want you to do is go on your knees and try to practice going down and hovering and holding, then maybe push back to a child's pose. Okay, so you're staying low and you're working on your triceps and you're building that strength there. You've got 3 seconds, so finish strong. 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Okay, going into the reverse lunge with a skip. So what that's gonna look like, you're gonna have your hands on your hips, you're gonna go back, you're gonna drive it up, then you're gonna switch legs, okay? A lot of coordination here, so maybe stay on one side if you want. Ready, begin. If you wanna stay on one side for 20 seconds and do the other side for 20, that's fine as well. Or if you want to try the coordination, you go one leg, drive it up, and switch. Breathe. You are at 20 seconds now, so if you were doing the single leg, switch to the other side. If you're doing both, stay with me. Try to jump and get the legs straight in the air. 10 more seconds, pace yourself, and then we have one more set of this circuit, and then we have one more circuit, and then we'll have stretching time and rest. Beautiful. Catch your breath, grab water if you need, and then we are back to those lateral lunge pushaways in about 10 seconds. So keep everything nearby that you want. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to that first leg, lateral lunge, push away. Now, as you're doing the push away, try to press the hips flat. We're not arching or dumping into our back. We're squeezing our glutes, and we are pressing our hips flat. And as you squeeze the glutes, that's what their job is. They open the hips. Good. You're halfway. Remember, the leg that is catching you is the leg that is pushing you. You're building that strength in that side. You might feel a little stretch in the standing leg, and that's okay. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll give you a little break before we go to the other side. Reset, shake anything out, but guess what? That side, lateral lunge pushaways, are done for today. Round of applause. All right, to the other side, get yourself set. In 8 seconds, grab water, towel off, and here we go. In 3, 2, 1, out to the side, and push away. Remember, keeping that chest up, your hips pushing back. I don't want you to round the back. I don't want you to bring the chest down, even though it seems like you're going far. Not necessarily. I want your leg to be bending. You're about halfway through this side, and then we'll go into those forearm press-ups. Keep breathing, keep stretching. Let's see, challenge yourself. See if you can get a little bit lower, okay? You got 10 more seconds. Can you go down here and push away? If at any point something hurts or feels like it's going to tear or pop, please skip the exercise or modify. Shake it out and rest. I don't want you to get injured and then you have to take 3 months off and you lose your momentum. So I would rather you pace yourself, scale it back, and do what you can today, and then gradually get better over time. All right, to the floor. Forearm press-ups. If you want to join me on your knees, you can. All right, we're gonna start here, tucking that tailbone under, and then press it up. If you want to challenge yourself, see how many you can do on your feet, and then drop down to your knees when you need to, that's fine as well, okay? And if you need to just hold a plank, it's all good too. Everybody starts somewhere, and I feel like we don't like being beginners, but it's so important because that means you're learning something new. That means you're challenging yourself. You're getting outside of your comfort zone. So I applaud you, even if you're holding a plank right now, because you're taking action and you're doing it. For 3, for 2, for 1. Beautiful. All right, those are done for today. Now we're going on to those scoop push-ups. Grab water if you need. You got about 10 more seconds, and we're gonna start in that downward facing dog. So remember, if you need to do the push-up hover to the child's pose, that's fine, or you can try again with me. Here we go. And scoop it, chin, chest, stomach, hips. Press it all the way back up. Feel like there's a string lifting your hips up to the ceiling. Taking your time. Do not rush these. Try to stay low as you can. And then breathe and exhale on the way up. And then push all the way back. Nice. And if you need to be child's pose to here, just stay low. All right, you've got about 8 more seconds. So give me at least one more good one, even if it's super slow. Breathe out as you press back. Beautiful. And you guys probably heard my shoulder crack on almost every single one. All right, back to reverse lunges with that skip. You got about 10, so make sure your heart rate is coming back down. Hands on hips, so you're using your legs. Begin. Reverse lunge, add the skip. Now remember, you can alternate legs here, or you can do one side and then on the other side. If you want to challenge your coordination, your balance, I would recommend switching sides. If you want to see how high you can jump, you can do that. Just make sure the leg is straight in the air. If I were to take a picture of you floating, I would want a straight leg and a pointed toe. Brain, other side. There we go. 10 more seconds here. Squeeze the bottom, drive. If you feel like you're bending, make sure your back knee really touches that ground. Then you'll be sure that you're getting that depth. And rest. Okay. Guess what? You have completed circuit number 1. I am so proud of you. Okay. Breathe for a second, take a little water break, towel off, and then we're going into circuit 2. So while you are resetting, listen to me as I explain circuit 2. If you are like, I'm ready to go, then you can practice along with me. First thing, we're gonna be doing stuff on the floor a little bit more in circuit 2. And this one is more work than rest. So your endurance is definitely gonna be tested here. We are doing a lot of hollow work, so a lot of core. First thing, you're gonna hold in a hollow. You can have legs bent or straight, or if you wanna try to flutter, you can flutter as well. Then we'll go into rocks, which is a fun one. I will give you cues on that. And then we'll do lying toe touches, where we're on our back and we're trying to reach up to our toes, okay? Then lemon squeezers, which are out and in, and then we'll be on our stomach for the final Superman lifts, okay? So we're gonna be down. We're gonna be down here a lot. You're welcome. We're gradually melting into the floor. So this one is 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Meet me on your back for a hollow hold, or you can do flutters. We have 2 sets of this as well. Ready, begin. If you need to just stay right here, then what I want you to focus on is pushing your low back down into the floor, almost like you're trying to make the shape of the bottom of a boat. So if you can lift your tailbone up off the ground too, that's very advanced. Keeping your stomach nice and flat. Remember, we're holding this for 50 seconds, okay? So it's a little bit more challenging. If you're like, I'm getting a little bored here just holding, then try your flutters, okay? You're just kind of moving the legs, adding some movement so you have stability, so your muscles are working a little bit more. You got 10 more seconds. Keep pushing that low back down. Do not give up. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, catch your breath. We've only got 10 seconds here. Then we're going into rocks. These rocks should be tiny. You're not doing a huge rock and roll. In 3, 2, 1. Still knees bent, or if you want to straighten them, it's a little more intense if you have legs straight, okay? Otherwise you're here, just giving me tiny rocks, thinking tailbone lifting and then mid-back lifting. If these rocks are a little too hard for you, stay with the hold or the flutters, but you should be feeling quite a bit more burn now. Now, something that I want to make sure that you're doing if you are rocking with me is the rock is not coming from your knees, okay? I want you to keep this 90 degree and rock from your core. You're over halfway. You've got about 15 more seconds. Give me energy through your fingertips. Try to keep your knees together, keep your stomach flat for 8 more seconds. Breathe. And you are done. Beautiful. Rest. Stretch if you're cramping at all. And look, you're already on your back. You are ready for the next exercise, lying toe touches. All right, so arms are going to lift up and you're gonna try to reach for your big toe. You also have the option to put your hands on your shins and slide up, but I want to make sure that your legs are straight. You can tell because, oh look, you're looking at them. So if they're like this, that is not straight. So squeeze your quads, drive the kneecaps up into your quad muscles, lift, and your shoulder blades should be coming off the ground. Sometimes with my more flexible clients, they'll come over here and they're like, oh look, I'm doing it. So try to keep your ankles above your hip joint, okay? You've got 10 more seconds. Keep squeezing, keep lifting, and then we're gonna go up and try to balance on our tailbone for the next exercise. In 3, in 2, in 1. Beautiful. Okay. Whoo, who's cramping? I'm cramping. So we're gonna hang out here. If you need to just hold this position, you can. Otherwise, you're going out and in with me. Begin. You're gonna go out and in. If you're a little more advanced, you can go all the way down to a hollow, get your low back to touch, and then come up. This should not be super fast. You're not winning a race, okay? You're just hitting position A, position B, and coming up and down, all right? You're about halfway through now. If you are feeling popping in your hip, my hips pop sometimes too with these, as long as it's not painful, you are okay. It's just kind of stuff moving around in there. You've got about 15 more seconds. You're always reaching your fingertips past your legs, in front of your legs. For 5, good. 4, get that low back to touch. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Guess what? We get to lie on our stomachs. Beautiful. So now you can give a little stretch to your abs. We're gonna do Superman lifts, and then we're back to the beginning for one more set. Begin lifting up and down, lifting and squeezing. Now, with these, I wanna make sure your elbows are straight, really lifting, and your legs are straight. So, if your legs are straight, that means your kneecaps are not touching the floor. If your toes are touching and you squeeze your legs, your kneecaps lift. So, never let your knees touch as you're doing Superman. If you've got some shoulder issues, then you can have your hands on your hips and lift here. You can also put your feet under a stable surface and then just work on the upper body lifting. That's fine as well. You got 10 more seconds here. Go as high as you can. Make sure you're lifting from your glutes, keeping those legs straight and arms straight. And rest. Good. All right, back to the hollow. Hold and or flutters, okay? Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, on your back. Hanging out here. Last set, best set, because guess what? After this circuit, it's stretchy time. Everyone's favorite time. You get to cool down, you get to breathe, you get to relax. All right, so if you are just hanging out here, that's all good. If you want to add those flutters, you can. If you're like, I wonder what would happen if I went a little more advanced. You can start to lower those legs. You can start to straighten them and squeeze your bottom, tuck the tailbone under. All right, and if you're like, never mind, bring it back up. You can also hold with one leg straight, one leg bent. There are a couple of different variations here, but your shoulder blades should be off the ground. For 3, for 2, for 1, rest. We're going into those rocks. So the hold is done unless you're doing the hold for the rocks, okay? Make sure the rocks are tiny, they will go fast, and begin. So tiny rocks. Remember, it's not coming from your knees. And if you need a little help, you can put 2 fingers or 1 finger behind your legs, but I don't want you holding on and using your arms, okay? So it's just to assist, and you're really trying to get that tailbone off the ground as you're doing the rocks. You can also do 1 leg bent, 1 leg straight for your rocks. You can alternate. You can try both straight. But today, I am here. And that's totally fine with whatever you gotta do. We've got about 15 more seconds. If you need to rest, hold, okay? When you're like, okay, I'm good, then go back into your rocks. For 8 more seconds. If you're traveling down your mat, it means your back is not fully round. For 3, for 2, for 1. Whoo, on your back. Okay, arms overhead, and you're gonna do those toe touches. All right, arms overhead, and you're gonna reach for your toes, lift. Make sure your legs are straight. If I were in the room with you, I would be walking around and I would be making sure that your quads are tight. Your shoulder blades are coming off of the ground. If I were in that room, I would be coming around and making sure that your quads are super tight. I would be poking your legs, and if they are relaxed, then you would need to squeeze. Sometimes I'll tell my clients or my students to imagine the backs of your knees are like mouths, opening super wide. So try to open the back of the knee super, super wide and lift as high as you can. See if you can touch those toes without bringing your legs over your face, okay? If your hamstrings are very tight and you need a little extra assistance, you could always put something under your hips. All right, beautiful. We are on our final 2 exercises, lemon squeezers and Superman lifts. So from this lemon squeezer, you're either gonna hang out on your tailbone and you're gonna hold that position and just work on balancing, or you're gonna come with me down and up. Remember, 5-0 seconds. So I don't care if you hang out here for a little bit, catch your breath, and you do like 3 full lemon squeezers. We are focusing on our form, getting that low back to touch, squeezing the bottom, Squeezing the legs, energy through the fingertips, coming up. A to B, hit those positions, nice and strong, nice and solid. 10 more seconds here. If you're losing it, you can sometimes assist a little bit on the back of your legs, or remember, it's fine to just hold here. Those are done. All right, final exercise, Superman lifts. You're on your stomach. Remember, if your legs are straight, your kneecaps are not touching the ground. Ready, and begin. Lift and squeeze, lower it down. Something that is like one of my biggest pet peeves with clients and or students, I used to work with kids, is when you go up and you make a sound on the way down. These should be very, very quiet, very controlled. You're lifting, trying to reach your arms behind your ears, keeping those legs straight, and then placing back down nice and gently. You are halfway through with these. If you need the hands on the hips, you can do that as well. But guess what? Once we're done with this, we're going into the stretch. So breathe for another 10 seconds. Pace yourself, do not rush. Focus on how high you can lift with arms straight and legs straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push to child's pose. Congratulate yourself on this workout being done. And thank your body for what it was able to do for you today. From this child's pose, I want you to lift your left hand and slide it under your right arm. You're gonna rest your shoulder and your head on the ground, twist, and look at the ceiling as your right arm falls over. You can do some wrist circles, and then we'll go to the other side in a second. So back to the middle, right hand goes under right shoulder and head, not your right head, but your head. And then your left arm is gonna go up and over and circle. Beautiful. Since we just finished with a core circuit, let's go to an up dog position. And we're here, we're gonna try to press our hips and our belly button down as we pull our shoulder blades down and back, lengthening and opening up through the core. Roll your head, your neck, if you need to, and then release that. We'll do one stretch for your quads, and then I'll let you go. All right, so we're gonna go back to what we did in the beginning for that hip flexor. So you're going to tuck that back toe under in a 90-degree lunge, 90, 90, 90. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the back glute, give me some rocks. And as you're squeezing, I want you to lean forward as far as you can. It's gonna go into your hip flexor, maybe your psoas, and down to the knee. It's okay if your knee passes your ankle here, and then we'll go to the other side. Same thing, tuck the tailbone, squeeze, and then lean forward. I wanna say thank you so much for joining me and being a part of this workout. I'm proud of you, no matter what, because you took action, you did it, you made it to this point. If you are hearing me say this, that means you accomplished it. So once again, my name is Danielle Gray. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next time.